Hi, this is Glenn Gabe from G Squared Interactive. Welcome to episode 3 of SEO from the Front Lines. Today I'm going to be covering my latest blog post, which is called The Scary Surge and Drop in Indexing in Google Search Console and Why That Might Be Totally Fine. So I've seen this over the years. I've had site owners reach out to me over the years saying that they're seeing a weird spike in indexing. They don't know what's going on. Is it impacting quality and Google's quality evaluation? And so I wanted to just cover this today because I've had recently several other site owners reach out about the same thing. So when you go into Search Console, you might see the indexing report, the coverage reporting, and you might see a spike and maybe a drop or maybe spike and it stays there. You're wondering, what's that from? What is Google indexing? Well, the answer to the question sometimes is just right below at the bottom of the coverage reporting, which is indexed though blocked by robots.txt. If you have directives set up where you're blocking URLs, Google can end up still indexing those URLs. I know it sounds weird. It's totally confusing for a lot of newer SEOs and site owners, but it's, blocking by robots.txt is not the way to actually keep things out of Google's index. I'm going to cover that in a minute. So let me show you what this looks like. So you can see that spike and drop there, but if you look down below at index though blocked, you see the spike and drop. That's exactly what's impacting overall indexing for the site. So those URLs that are blocked are what's causing that spike. And just so you know, Google has explained, and I'm going to cover this in a minute because I actually asked John Mueller during a video in 2021, Search Central Hangout video, if this would impact quality, and he explained it would not because Google cannot actually crawl the content. So this spike is Google seeing links to this content, although it's blocked by robots.txt. It doesn't crawl them, but still indexes them. Weird, but can happen, and that's where that spike is from. And what's interesting is you can see Google systems over a short period of time go, you know what, we're not going to index this, we're going to de-index it. So, Google systems can kind of figure it out. And again, it's not going to impact quality. Here's a second example, spike in indexing, drop, look down below, index though blocked by robots.txt, spike, drop. Same deal. Again, not a problem at all. So the reasons for the spike in indexing, again, is that Google can still technically index URLs that are blocked by robots.txt. Here's their documentation where they clearly say robots.txt is not a mechanism for keeping web pages out of Google's index. The way to do that is through a no index tag, right? Through the meta robots tag. Also down below in another piece of their documentation, they explain that if it's disallowed in robots.txt, it could be still indexed and still actually rank in search, right? And when it ranks in search, this is what it can look like. Basically, it'll have no snippet and it will say no information is available for this page, right? And down below, it's saying, maybe why is this happening? And one of the key reasons is that it's blocked by robots.txt. So if you see this in the search results for any pages, then you know that that site is actually blocking Google from crawling that, usually. There could be some other reasons for why this would show up as well. But the most common reason is that it's being blocked by robots.txt. And last in my post, I wanted to explain why this actually isn't a quality issue. And again, I asked John in 2021 during a Search Central Hangout video. He said, it will not impact quality. Google can't crawl the content, so can't understand quality. So if you go to my post, you could actually read my tweet and then go and watch the video. Then there's a second tweet and video that I wanted to cover where John was specifically asked about indexed but blocked by robots.txt, where he said it's more of a warning, like for site owners, it's not a problem, but if you find URLs there that you didn't want blocked but are being blocked, then you'd probably want to act on that and fix the directives that may be a little greedy in your robots.txt file. But again, from a quality perspective, that's not an issue because, again, Google can't understand the quality of the page because it can't crawl the content. And then I just ended by saying that, if you see this and it ends up and you go down and it's blocked by robots.txt, then that's what's causing that spike and maybe drop off, then you could breathe a sigh of relief and actually move on to more important things SEO-wise versus stressing over this. Because again, I've had a lot of site owners get in touch with me totally stressing that this is causing some big problem SEO-wise when it's definitely not. So that's it. We actually had, in other news, a spam update start to roll out today. Google's Danny Sullivan explained that it is actually not the algorithmic part of the site reputation abuse update. He was pretty forward with how he explained that, so that's not part of it. And he said he would let everybody know when that part actually goes live. So there's a spam update. We'll see. Sometimes Google ties core updates with spam updates. They come right after one another, so we'll see what goes on. And there's a possibility I might be covering that in a future episode. So again, with this problem, if you find out it's blocked, though it's indexed, though blocked by robots.txt, probably not an issue. And then you could just move on to bigger things. So that's it. Until the next episode, good luck in Google land.